GenC podcast. Welcome to the GenC podcast. I'm your co-host, JP Jackson.
And I'm Rizaan Rose, and I thought JP was going to start this off with Bunkai.
Welcome everyone. Today it's Rizaan and myself in the studio. As
No.
yeah. Like there's no one here. Even Lau got a bit excited when he said we could have the mics all to ourselves.
So
Those on Spotify will appreciate, and those that are on podcasts will like the fact that we sound a lot clearer
to the audio
to
listeners.
the audio listeners.
Just the two of us.
Yeah. You're going to get copyrighted to that.
I didn't finish more than that. And also the octave that I don't know. I'm sorry, Lau. I'm sorry to the legal team that we don't have. I apologize.
We didn't SMS the number to get access to the legal. Anyway. This is going to be. This is meant to be our season roundup for season 1. A reflection, so to speak. What we're looking forward to in the next round, and just the podcast as a whole. Rizaan, take it away.
So first and foremost, as the colored people say, compliments of the season. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Hopefully the dye is out now.
The back to school specials. You guys are like, the mates is gonna be hella tanned from all that beach vibes.
Yeah.
Some of us have to some of us are teachers, so we have to go back to school to prep for that. So to those people, salam to your mom and dad.
Good luck.
But as we can understand it, this is a new year. This is a new time. It isn't a new season for us.
It's a bit weird talking about a new year with the.
It's actually the Spotify rap for us. So we're gonna like you said, we're gonna reflect on just this experience, the thesis that is the GenC podcast.
Yeah.
I was actually because people ask us what is the GenC podcast, right? So instead of
to be honest,
wait, because to all the guests, just you're gonna enjoy this moment because we always are like to the listeners, who is so to the listeners, JP, what is the GenC podcast? 5 bucks. So now you can feel that stress.
So like we started off with it, and I think we in preparation for this, we were looking at the very first video I made.
Yeah.
We looked at the very first video that we did
Do you know how
together.
young you look in that video?
And it's only been a year.
You were like, I'm 27. I'm like, yo, you look 20-something. Now we aging.
It's just
we aging. Oh my days.
And I think starting it was almost my interpretation of creating a community. Creating something that didn't exist at that point, in my opinion.
Yeah.
A space where you could be yourself authentically, as well as sharing knowledge, which was very important. And that's why the medium of a podcast came so easily, or the decision was a lot easier than creating a vlog or something like that, so that we can interact with each other. What is it to you?
So firstly, shout out Mickey. Because when he's in his episode, he alluded to the fact that the space allows him to speak in his natural, voice. He doesn't have to put on a front. And so, alhamdulillah, we've been fortunate enough that every single guest was allowed to just be themselves.
Yeah.
They all asked hey, what's the, you guys swear?
Yeah. What's T's and C's? Yeah.
So what I will say, obviously, because as I'm sitting here, I'm obviously part
You've
of-
actually gotten you've been guest, second introduction as a co-host. Oh, sorry, you actually had the experience of watching just as a listener but then being invited and being this is quite cool, and then actually becoming part of the show.
Oh wait, JP
So
stealing my script, but
your,
that's fine.
your journey is a lot longer.
Thank you. Can you get my script
No,
back?
but the point is now, so that now you can talk and I can just be like,
Oh. So yeah, how do I say what I wanted to say even though JP said yeah. So yes, I was fortunate enough that I started off as a fan, and then became a guest, and now I'm annoying the producers all the time with my poor mic skills, video skills, and just
and sometimes word choice.
away my absolute purse per capita. But yeah, back to what is the GenC podcast? What does it mean? So from when I explain it to people, I always say that if you look at the word gen, you're speaking about the generations and how we each grew up as a sort of circumstance, as a product of our environment.
Okay.
Right? And as millennials, we view the world differently. We behave differently to the Gen Z, to the boomers, to the Gen X. The Gen X is low-key like a forgotten generation. No offense, they gave us MySpace. They gave us Facebook and stuff. We just attributed to the boomers, but it is actually the Gen. But just shame. Maybe they should start a podcast. Then the C, which obviously quite denotatively refers to colored, but I've said that it means culture.
Yeah.
And so this podcast for me has become a love letter to our community. A love letter to the people of Cape Town, the people of South Africa, the people on the southern suburbs.
Rizaan's putting in his entry there for Mismatch. It's all right, Rizaan. We get it. We have to use all platforms, all the means we have to make sure that is. But also from my side, salam.
Was any of that necessary? For those of you,
but sometimes we don't need what's necessary.
only choose violence. For those of you that want to know what we said, Mismatch is a dating app. This is not a promotion. This is just explaining what JP just did there. Because so we were away in festive to Hermanus, and you must know the questions always asked so how's your love life? How's
I don't.
Why are we so? Just why are we so? So I then mentioned, listen, I've tried the Tinders, the Bumbles, the OK Cupids, there was a Muslim Tinder called Minder, now it's called Salams.
And what were the trials and tribulations?
So what is GenC? No thanks. Listen, my personality is not looking for a girlfriend. Just please let it be known that's not my personality.
You're looking for a wife. Sorry.
I miss guests. I miss having someone in between stopping. But at the same time, you guys can see the abuser. You guys can see. You can see.
Let it be known.
It's recorded. Y'all see, the bullier is over there.
And then to be fair, to answer your question, why am I so? So the GenC experience, I love that you said that it's a love letter to our community. Sometimes we have this thing that we need to form a certain way. We need to look a certain way in order for us to be marketable, to be able to create something, when actually you just need yourself. You need to be able to express yourself, express the way you think. And I think from there, people will start gravitating towards you. Because it was just the other day when we just had 56 subscribers. We just had 100
Shout
people.
out to the day ones.
We just had 100 views. When we hit double digits, we were so excited. Like it's something so small. And it sounds so weird, but it is in that period when we really like you question. Like,
are we gonna make it?
Less like, are we gonna make it, and more like, should we be doing this?
Okay.
You know, are people going to want to watch it? Do they want to hear this thing? And then, like we mentioned before, like, then it brings you back to, why did you do it?
Okay.
Why did you start it? And the idea of having people see outside of their space, outside of their little bubble, to be like, this is out there, made you then, okay, cool. On to the next one, on to the next story. And slowly but surely, people started finding us and started seeing what we were doing, started noticing Rizaan's reactions. Don't worry, we will be hopefully getting a meme pack.
Inshallah. You know, mates, like they're
asking for stickers.
asking me for just like reactions or. But I feel like you also have some liquor faces.
No. To be fair, we know our limitations within this group. We have our roles to play here, Rizaan, and you know the way this podcast works is that it's exclusively entertainment value on my right hand side, and just like, you know, the guy on the left facilitating entertainment, you know, and
okay. So the important thing is that we've sort of like, we've gotten so far, alhamdulillah, thanks to you, thanks to Lau, thanks to Paul. All the du'as, all the du'as. Because like, we've said some wild stuff here. And like, you know, like, we still platformed.
Yeah. we still there.
We still are we? So just a sort of transition. So we've been able to achieve a lot, right? And this sort of period of time, people across the world are setting in their New Year's resolutions.
New year, new me.
New year, Buddhist. And so let's actually just like address that idea, man. Like the notion of a new me. And how do you, like, I don't want to sort of paint any, do you agree, disagree? How do you feel about the idea of
so whenever you're deciding to, in my opinion, build on or make a change, I mean, it's never a bad thing. Whether you attempt to make the change and it doesn't work out, whether you do the change and it's successful, but the change doesn't lead to the other aspects that you wanted to. Creating change is never a bad thing. I think the only real time that you can do the full new me is if you like genuinely believe that that is the version you're supposed to be.
Okay.
A lot of the times I feel when it's a new me, it's merely an improvement on who you are already. There might be an aspect that you're trying to improve that you then, you know, work on in this, you know, Jan period or Feb period to be like, get better at
only in the Jan.
To get, because like, I mean, the typical things are like fitness goals and those type of things, like, and you work so hard to create that change. You don't see the change by Feb, and then all of a sudden out the door. So it's like, for me, I always see it as whenever you decide you want to be a new me, it's almost an add-on to what you are. And what do you want to get out of it? If it's something that you want to develop personally and you don't see the new development, don't just lass it. Be like,
how fast?
How fast?
And then it becomes a night class. Sorry.
So that's how I feel whenever you do change. Don't be like, just let it go. Because a lot of the times, and this I've seen before, someone might do a weight thing, might do a diet in Jan 3 years ago, doesn't work out. Do a diet again in the next year, doesn't work out. But because they learned from the previous 2 attempts and found out where it actually went wrong. The third time they did it, they were actually successful.
Yeah.
So that's why it's more of a case of just reflecting on the part that you wanted to change and then make sure that it happens. Because a new year might be a new me, but your timing is just not right. It's the following year. That's the new year.
So 2 things. One thing is first of all, we use January as like the point, but you can basically new year, new me whenever you're ready.
True.
Like you can just like end of summer, whatever you still want a summer vibe, summer body, you know, like summertime. Like
the way you said summer body was just like want to be summer with somebody.
It's a nice icon. so that's the one thing I will say. The other thing that I want to say is because I definitely agree with the whole idea of you have to sort of just stay the course, if you will. Stay the course. So to that, a bitchy GenC advice panel. The GenC life coaches.
And before you go, the views expressed on this podcast is only our views because I don't know where Rizaan is going with this.
Nice.
So if it's safe, yes, please take it.
If it's not,
it's just
you. And I appreciate that. Appreciate. Thanks. So
you have to take the brand.
Yeah, no. So JP and I, one aspect of our relationship is that JP is my mentor. So every second Monday, it makes him uncomfortable. Look at his face. Every second Monday, we sort of have these check-ins with each other. And that really has helped me achieve my goals. And so there's this whole thing that's like called the SMART goal settings, where it's like specific, measurable, actionable, realistic / relevant, and then time specific or time something. No?
Man did his homework.
Aware. I'm committed to the progress. Please. I am a new me.
Yeah.
And so basically what I do want to say is that you've seen it with our guests, and hopefully this is the statement that I'm about to tell you is also action throughout our series, is that we do it together. Whatever goals you set, whatever you're trying to achieve, we do it together. So grab someone you know, grab someone you love. You take them from the red zone all the way to that green.
That draft list.
And that's gonna help you. Someone to just keep you consistent, keep you on the new me.
And buy into your vision. I think a lot of the times if you can clearly, like the SMART technique, if you can be very specific on what you want to do, people can align with you. And if you pull all your actions and all your things towards it, people can start seeing the change. And as soon as they start seeing it, it's so weird, but as soon as they start seing it, they start believing that is who you are. Yeah. That is who you want to be. Then the comments about, but you don't do this, and you never used to do that. All those comments start fading away. As soon as people see you start moving in a certain direction,
you're still gonna get the putty gaza.
Yeah. I don't think.
It's unfortunately, all you can do is make.
But it's only your life. It's only your life. No amount of fitness is gonna stop you from doing what you do. So, again, stay true, stay on course, and just believe.
Right. So now, basically, this has been a journey, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, you're seeing the reels going in front of you. Where they play the effects in that smoky, the cloud visuals.
Can someone just explain to me in the chat what is JP, bro? What are you talking about, bro? What?
What's going on?
What are you on, mate?
Yeah. Filled with the Holy Spirit.
So I want us to just reflect.
Okay.
I want us to so just reflect with me, JP.
Okay. Allow me in.
Yeah, no. Like,
Oh, you want me to reflect first? Oh, okay,
mm,
sure. So
mm,
I'll give you a full reflection on
yeah.
my experience.
Because a mirror allows you to reflect.
Oh yes.
And
Yeah.
so, as the mirror, you reflect first.
Okay, cool. Being the mirror that I am.
Thank you.
The biggest reflection point I've seen is that even though we've had so many different guests on the show,
Yeah.
a diverse group of people, we all seem to have a common thread.
All grew up in the same household. Shout out Biden.
So it was so evident to me because I think even when people come here, and sometimes we know the guests, sometimes you know the guests, sometimes I don't know the guests. And it's also very evident that there are people out there that are making a difference.
Oh, yeah.
There are people out there that are trying to push the barriers. And then there are people that, and this was also very evident, that has gone through something that you are actually going through now. And the fact that we are able to share that is so important. Well, it was very important to me because it was literally one of the reasons for creating this platform as a whole was to get a space where someone is going through something and then someone who has been through it is able to share their experience. And I think it leads, there's so many knock-on effects, better decision making, better anything you might be thinking, that there is a way out. Because a lot of the times in that space, it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like that's the end.
Yeah.
And in terms of reflection, I'm just glad that you came into the podcast at the time. Because
you
now this is the part.
me.
Yeah. This is the part where you can start feeling uncomfortable. That's sorry. Because again, it was so, we were also getting to a point as the podcast of what was our message?
Sorry, I must be serious.
No, you don't need to be serious. What was our message as a podcast? And to be fair, at one point I couldn't answer it.
Okay.
I couldn't be like, this is what we do.
Okay.
And then when you came on board, it was very clearly defined as to what we are going to do. We're going to be a colored podcast for the culture, which I think almost solidified the original idea.
Okay.
And in terms of our path that has been, that reflection point would be like for me, my most highlighted moment.
Pardon, sorry. So we are lucky so far in that a lot of the guests that come on represent us in all our diversity, in all our flaws, in all our quirks. They represent us. And so we sit here and we, like I said, we're the GenC life coaches. But we are actually just like echoing or just allowing for other people to teach you.
Yeah.
We've learned so much. Oh my goodness. And we've actually now, alhamdulillah, made some friends. People are there's people that are in my DMs that I want to be in my DMs. Just like checking in with me. Man's asking me like how's like how you been, how's the anxiety and stuff, like, cause like I'm Rizaan, anxious rose, that's my name, what's good. Read it in a week.
Or if we don't post in a week, I get questions like, is everything all right? Are you guys still okay? We're fine. And there's just other things happening.
So like unfortunately after this, there's gonna be a bit of a hiatus.
But this is, at least we're telling you now.
Oh wait, it's gonna be a good break.
Time.
We need to step away.
Yes.
And channel and rest and then come back fresh, and then also fresh lineup of guests. Fresh lineup. And so we want to learn.
Not just the fade.
Especially the fade. Especially the fade. Inshallah, my goal is that my beard must connect.
Speak it, Rizaan. Speak it.
Oh, we Malik, that's what your beard don't connect, so can we. I'm like, why do you build me up? Buttercup baby, just to let me down. I mean, first of all,
yeah.
I'm having fun. Is so with that we want to sort of then project. You want to plan, focus. Like, what do we want to see? What do we want to do? What do you want to see?
Yeah.
What do you want to see? What do you want to see? So I think just internally, because we just like we are busy with, like I said, the thesis that is the GenC podcast. Yeah. And so we are heading into a new chapter where we're going to explore and learn and grow. And so even if we don't do it.
Yeah.
What is the, because you've like seen now a bit of what's the word I'm looking, affirmation, if you will. You've seen some of the feedback that you've gotten that, okay, alhamdulillah, we are on the track and it's going well. So I'm gonna ask you first, because I'm already trying to fly. I'm trying recklessness. What do you want to see for us as the podcast, the team?
Yeah, so I think there's always room to improve in terms of like production quality, what we can bring to the table.
Don't take offense, Lau.
No, never
Paul.
take offense.
We're talking about buying you new equipment. A third mic, inshallah.
I think in terms of our hosting and just talking into the mic, our just pure like podcasting elements, I think that will just be improved as well. Because a lot of times we pick up things from other places and we're like, that's so cool.
Yeah, we are watching.
Yeah. So that definitely, I think in terms of the vision board, I think maybe we get, there's certain ideas we have in terms of putting it in the show, little nuggets of maybe a game within the game.
There we go.
We have that sort of
the bowl
things
of
planned. And then I think in my top vision would be a live podcast. And live on-site podcast that maybe would be more interactive. We'll have you join us. Again, a vision board. There's so many elements within getting to that point that we all need to hit. But again, it's always good to just work towards something.
So we're not gonna put out like the specifics, because like some people make bad du'as.
But they must counteract the aunties that are...
So for those of you that like putting in that with Christmas is past. That like barang wish list. So from me, like a bit more, I guess, philosophical and so to our audio listeners, get comfortable.
Oh wow! We're in the Rizaan lounge.
No, like, so what? Lol. So we've been just naturally become like a comedy podcast. While like sprinkling a little bit of a message here and there, and some of the most successful comedians, they actually have such a harsh message that they're saying, but because it's funny, it's palatable.
Yes.
So the likes of Key and Peele that document the Black experience, like say in America, in the world and stuff like that. And a lot of times on the nose, but
like make it seem like it's just banter.
Yeah. So that segment of where they mispronounce white people's names, like D Nice and A Iran, and a lot of people of color, they have to sort of westernize their name. And so those type of things I would like to sort of highlight, bring forward. I'd like to have a bit more like researched topics, researched guests, because when we get more audiences on, we're gonna get more like different types of people.
Yeah.
So we wanna be for everyone. We want the house full. You get me? So that's basically like my vision, my hope for the podcast is just to like expand the reach from how we conduct ourselves while also keeping the bowl fresh.
Yeah.
Being there for the culture, because we can elevate everyone without having to knock anyone down, and we can also highlight the beauty of our sort of quirks and nuances without like making fun of it, man. We were lucky enough that we didn't like make fun of your massa and stuff to the like, we didn't like fully embrace it, but we threw some homage like your massa.
Why is your massa different here to your massa?
Because it's your mommy's Tupperware, obviously. So then then just like before we move on to the second segment, we obviously live in a community that's within a country that is South Africa.
Yeah.
And you know, like 2022 was a decent year. Like we lost the queen. You know, like
Still gonna give it that.
Bro, did you know? The response. Apparently, that's gonna make people angry. I'm here for it.
You just said we want to invite everyone into the house.
Yeah. It's not our country. It's not our country. It's not our country. It's not our country. Let's go. Listen. So apparently, the British, when they sort of ended slavery, they didn't end slavery. They just ended slave trade. And how they had to do that, they had to pay the slave traders, whatever.
Yeah.
Or maybe the slave owners as well, because they were killing their business. And apparently, to this day, they're still paying it off. So like British people, taxpayer money is going towards slave owners. Do you know how mental that is? Do you know how crazy that is? Allegedly. Allegedly. But it like conspiracy theory energy, just to like close the loop. A lot of like colonized countries are still like nah, we don't want you here. Pay us. Pay us. And they can't. Or they won't, or they can't. And that's all I'll say on that. So stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yes, our country, sorry, yes, 22 was a vibe, was good. Eskom, chill out.
Yeah.
First and foremost.
But I think we shouldn't to close the loop with another knot.
Okay, please
we shouldn't play down the impact that we could have in terms of what we can do together.
Oh, inshallah.
So I think, yes, those things are happening.
Yeah.
But we can also make a difference if we stand together. So I think it's important to keep that in mind as we're heading to this new year, that yes, it might seem crap and there are a lot of things happening, but we can band together and we can get through it.
When is the election year? 2024.
Is it not? Are they doing their road shows now in 2020?
That's how I'm alluding to. If the election in our country is 2024, next year's gonna be lit. Next is gonna be lit. You're gonna see the yellow. Auntie Pat was good. You're gonna see the yellow men to start with their promises, and I'm here for it.
So Rizaan, I mean, we cannot close the season.
Absolutely not.
Without having the game that was on everyone's lips at one point.
Kasam.
Do you remember when you first brought the Simon out to the studio?
Low-key. Okay. I remember what the first Simon out was.
Oh no, I remember like how it happened.
Okay, tell us.
So you came in with your book and you were like, you know when someone says Simon now? And everyone was sitting here was like, yeah, I mean, it has happened before.
Oh yeah.
We thought about this. Yeah. And then we made a game. And look at us now. What is the first one?
The first Simon hour is Simon now. We had South Africa had a colored auntie for president.
Oh, yes. And then I threw that. Yes.
That's when that's when we knew, man. That's when we knew that this game was here to stay. Because it got JP on the most reckless of energy. Like, just what are you on, bro? But yeah, so
what is the game for everybody that doesn't know?
Go. Yeah, so we are going to sort of give our say man out, because when we come back, we might have a new game. Or 2 or 3. But say man now, just to like, again, this is designed by the producers.
Yeah.
It wasn't always.
but
it is now.
Yeah.
So it's designed by the producers. So what this game is, whenever you have a conversation, I was thinking, what is the Xhosa one of hypothetically speaking? There is a Xhosa one. I remember it in high school when I was doing it. I was like, this is actually like say man now. But like, so if you know, then
please comment in the chat.
So hypothetically speaking, say man now, right? And so as always, Jean-Pierre.
I will start. You're the full government name. Say man now. Would you rather suddenly wake up as a character in a horror movie that you watched, or a character in a spy movie that you haven't?
So, as a person of dark skin color,
horror movies is not for you. But if you watch it already, you would have the blueprint.
Listen. No. I'm also not built for like the adrenaline life.
Oh, okay. You're not there.
I shouldn't like that. So I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm getting there. But like I was never really a fan of horror movies. So and I do want to be a spy because I like.
Did you want to be a spy kid though? No. So you saying at no point in time did you wanted to be
a spy kid?
Yeah.
Tell us more, JP. Nah. Explain yourself.
Did you not watch the Spy Kids movie?
I did.
So you never wanted to like fight
those people didn't have parents, my bro. My bro. Like, that's not a good brand for me, my bro.
That's a deep thing.
That's a cock life. Like, so no mom.
All Spy Kids didn't have parents.
Like they had to like almost like find their father vibes, which is a bit on the nose. But my daddy and my mom is alive and well, and they're in my life, and I love them. So, mommy was good. So like, nah, but I like, imagine, a spy.
Still one of the best experiences I had in the movie. It's one of the first like 4D elements that we were like on the mission. Then like the water would. Were you not
Spy? It's 4D.
Yeah. He was finding the long lost father again.
4D. Loud, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nah, loud.
Did you think I was lying? Oh, is this one of those words that you think I was making up in terms of?
No.
Yeah.
I just don't remember watching Spy Kids in 4D. I remember it being one of the first 3D movies. But 4D.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to.
So but in terms of the same now.
Yes, thank you.
In terms of the same now.
No for the horror, yes for the spy movie.
Okay.
Because like I said, like I'm very heady, man. I like, and also, apparently I can lie.
What?
What's that lyric in the book? People say, follow my eyes but don't look now. How can I lie? My eyes is doing the most. My face is doing the most.
Yeah.
But like, I want to be a spy. And you, sir?
No, I think I would go with the horror movie that I know.
Okay.
Because then, I mean, don't run towards the danger.
Okay.
Or there's always the one place that they didn't go to. Yeah. The sacred zone. I would go there.
But now, what if, say now, that horror movie is Final Destination? How are you going to survive that? Stay away from trucks. That's a tough one. Like, Final Destination, goated. Absolutely goated. But like...
For someone that doesn't know horror movies, you just like...
No, I didn't.
Oh, you don't like the genre.
Say my now. JP would just listen to me in the podcast. I love you, baby. I love you. Say my now. Extra lives were a thing in the real world. Yo. How would you be able to get them? Woo! Yeah. That's a question. Top tier question.
First thing that comes to mind is like summiting like Kilimanjaro, Mount Everest. Like if you get to the top, you unlock a life.
Nah, that needs to be several.
Oh, so you're saying different levels?
Nah,
so they give me a baby unlock, a medium unlock.
Yeah, that needs to be. That
shouldn't just be an elite, okay?
No, because as someone who engages in capitalism, you don't know how games work, apparently.
Okay.
There has to be a great disparity where you can lock unlimited lives. So like climbing Mount Everest or going into the Mariana Trench or Bermuda Triangle should give you unlimited lives. That should be part of the game, sir. That should be, I'll understand. So like that should give you like at least like 100 or something. Because you can literally die while climbing Mount Everest.
Fair.
So I think like there should be like obviously completing certain missions. It will stop people from being like lazy. It will make people goal driven. Excellent question.
Weekly challenges.
Exactly. You can have
Hunger Games vibes.
We didn't say this is going to be pretty. We just said it's going to be fun. So
are you saying that in the attempt of getting extra lives, you can lose your lives?
Obvi.
Fair. So if you're someone that doesn't engage in either practice, you'll just have one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or every time. I'm thinking, no, that's...
And then can you gift it once you achieve it? So what if I climb Everest and I get 10? And like, I'm not going to go through all 10. It's going to be 100 years.
That seems fair. No, like, I agree. That seems fair. I was thinking about it now, like, could birthdays be a thing?
In which life?
No, as in, like, could, like... making it to your birthday like increase an XP vibe. Maybe
so you have experience. When you unlock 100 XP,
what is the question? Not extra lives in a game world, in the real world. Sorry. No, I'm just thinking, man.
No, but that makes sense. Because if you're someone that doesn't partake in either one and you make it to 100 XP, you must be able to unlock a new life.
Yes. We're just like...
It just makes sense.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And you can like... And the idea of gifting life, because some people won't have like the ability or access and all those different stuff. Yeah. And obviously people should be able to buy lives.
Whoa, deep take. Then if you like actually do like a fundraiser, I'm climbing for cancer or whatever, you can literally give a life.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you know what my brain is doing?
No.
Thinking of how all it's going to go wrong, so I just need you to take
okay. That's the only one that
like I
the last one that could like make the baseline.
Wait. That was
well done for catching yourself.
Great question.
Well done for catching yourself. Well, great question.
Great question.
Great question, definitely. Same now. You could add an 11th commandment. What would it be?
Yo, bro, that's it. Highway to the danger zone. I saw this thingy where this bride like...
Lovely perfect.
He had 3 slabs. And he was like, I bring you the 15 and he drops one. I bring you the 10. Okay, so confession. I don't know my Bible well enough. So I don't.
Okay, what would? Okay, let's.
Can I finish my confession?
Okay.
So I don't know the Bible well enough, so I don't like remember the spirit of the 10 Commandments. because the way I understand with the Quran and stuff, the revelation was sent through the angel to the prophets to sort of deal with society, with a problem, whatever. A problem needed answering. So if you look at those commandments, the people at the time were wilding. They needed, so the 11th command will most likely then be let's for 2022. You know what I mean? 2023, the 11th commandment just came down because what are we wilding the most on that needs a law?
Okay. That's actually a great way
Saved
to.
it.
Wow. Yeah.
I apologize. Sorry to the audio listeners.
Oh. Yeah. And then he touches me.
My love language is physical touch.
Oh, wow. So what do you think they would? So I mean, it.
I'm thinking.
Is it the wrong answers only?
Oh! Dala what you must, homeboy.
Because I would like, oh, wow. Because it's either you're going to, there's no one thing that can kind of like solve.
Okay, sorry. Can you tell me what the 10 commandments are?
Oof. Thou shalt not steal, all of those.
Covet thy neighbor's belongings, covet thy neighbor's wife. Huh? Is that one?
Love thy neighbor as thyself. That's the one he remembers.
So I need guardrails, man. Oh my days.
Thy neighbor's wife.
Is it partner? Is it? Oh, is it right? No, there's like the.
Yeah.
Yo, bruh.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Make of it what you
Wow.
want. At least I know that, and I don't covet other people's wives' holes. I feel like murder is one.
Yes. Thou shalt not steal.
Okay, I think we're at 5 now.
The
2 covets, steal, murder.
Don't use the name of the Lord in vain. Thank you, Lau. Wow.
Not worship any other gods.
Hey, that's shirk in Islam. Okay. Well,
I'm badly exposing myself.
Yeah,
but
that's fine.
Essentially, it was written in a way for you to be a good person, right? Though those are the guidelines, kind of. So to say, like, if you do all of this, you'll be like a good person. You won't be bad. And so I think using that as a preface, what do you think if you could add an element, what element would you add that would make you a good person?
Okay. So so my one, because I have 2, like 2-ish. Okay, so obviously, because again, the notion is that we in 2023 and we have like an 11th commandment.
Okay.
So the one is...
He's going to come down and say, just vibes.
I was going to give right answers only, but this one's...
Just vibes adjacent.
Yo, nah, because I was gonna be like, thou, like, is there one like where it's more of like an encouragement? Thou shalt look after the planet. because the exploitation of the planet is wilding, and so the way we treat animals and stuff like that, you know, thou shalt look after the planet. Look, I think, yeah. The other one was gonna be, thou shalt end capitalism. This was a quote, man, that says that it's easier to imagine the end of the world than to imagine the end of capitalism. That's the quote. That's the line.
Rizaan just I think.
Oh, you don't have a... Okay, it's not.
I don't think
this is the last one?
Yes.
He's still in the Sfokolis Festival.
Yeah. Clearly.
Say me now. So wait, just explain. So we were watching, myself and our friend Dean.
Yes.
We were watching
your team's gonna love the fact that you mentioned.
Yeah, we were watching something on Disney Plus, man.
Shout out Dean.
Shout out Dean. We were watching something on Disney Plus, and so they use closed captions in English, man. So then they were like, the thing will be whooshing, the thing will be wording and stuff like that. But now they didn't give us the caption for like the alien language, but that's beside the point. But they kept putting a caption for that sound. And it was like smacks lips, maybe.
Smacks lips.
Smacks lips, maybe. Do you know how nuts that sounds? Smacks lips, maybe. Oh my goodness. I was laughing every time I saw that. I was like, wait, what are we watching? Is this the plus part of Disney Plus? Oh, for those of you that don't understand what I'm talking about, say now, the world had to end. What would you want to hear as the last sound?
Narrated or like the actual sound?
Listen, it's open-ended.
Okay.
Say what you
Because now
feel.
you're explaining smack lips and I'm just...
We ended it there. Why is he... For the audio listeners. Can I read the question again, please? Because, oh my God. Okay, say my now, the world had to end. Okay, listen. We ended the thing.
Okay.
Okay. Now we are.
Okay.
Are you with me?
I think so.
Okay. Say my now, the world had to end. What would you want to hear as the last sound?
Okay.
God. Oh my goodness. Sheesh.
So if the world had to end, I feel like it would be highly appropriate for it to just be like,
What?
like just like an internal poop. What? Because like no one's gonna be there.
Excuse you. Explain with 5 marks.
So because it's
Okay.
like having a poop of that level would destroy the planet already. So I feel like having that being the last sound would be evident that things are over. So there.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Sounds gak. The answer that I was thinking. So first of all, in Islam,
Okay.
we believe that the world is going to end with what the angel blowing a trumpet,
Oh.
which is, I hope it's symbolic, because like if I'm there and a trumpet's playing, I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's what.
And that's not right, maybe. That's not a good look, bro. There's no. Ooh, for the audio listeners, I was twerking. Okay. Oh, is that blasphemy? I do apologize. I'll make Toba, but he's blasphemy. Like this. Sorry, apologies. Whew. So I would like a narration. I would like a I would like a Can we just cut to ad breaks? Just like we interrupt this message with a word from our sponsors.
We have no sponsors.
Oh, we need that clip. We like just please. We need that clip. We interrupt this message with a word from our sponsors. You have no sponsors. We need that as a clip. So what I was gonna say is I like the way Thanos says in the movie, "So now I can rest and watch over a grateful universe." So like, imagine it could end with God's voice or whoever is the God, just like, almost like, I was gonna say thank you for playing Wolf. Just like, or like one of those come home my children vibes. Yo, that will be
That's so
sick.
loving.
Come home, my children.
Such a much better answer.
Because I
than
was,
mine.
so what was happening? My brain was like thinking Morgan Freeman needs to do this voice. And then I was like, no, wait, actual God would be
Yes.
appropriate.
Yes.
Actual God. Because apparently, like, in my religion, like, hearing God's voice is one of the best things that you can experience. To the extent where, like, you, like, the reward for doing a good deed, is heaven.
Yeah.
Or doing good deeds is heaven. But the reward for doing service to good deeds, the reward is God.
Sure.
Which basically shows that God is the biggest reward. His voice, the image of him and all that stuff like that is the bigger reward. We ended up on like a very, very wholesome note.
So, again, to transition to the last block, it would be inappropriate for me not to ask you, Rizaan.
Yes.
In this time that we are, what are you grateful for?
Sure. Scar's grateful. Jokes. I'm sorry. And also you. To the 2 people still watching. And to the 3 people still listening, because how many people are listening to us? I think first and foremost, alhamdulillah that we made it this far. What are we? Episode 53? Video 68. I know it's not, because I know it's that one because it's not 69 for obvious reasons. So, episode 53. And like, so I'm very grateful for that, first of all, that I could, be alive for it, be a part of it, be a part of this journey. Beautiful. Just thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for listening to us talk so much nonsense.
Yeah.
And I think personally, I am thankful for the sort of 28 going on 29 years that I've been given in a time that I've been giving it, And it's almost like now I can feel that I can do things, man. You know what I mean? Like I have a certain freedom that I can I have an able body, I have loving parents. I got a pocket full of sunshine.
Your Bobby is the 3 people that's watching you at the end.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm very grateful for I guess how far I've been able to come. So alhamdulillah is the first words. That's thanks to God, and then to you, Lau, to you, Paul. Appreciate you, my G. And then obviously,
oh me, yo, where do I start?
Mr. GenC.
Yeah. I'm
What are you
again
grateful for?
so very grateful for my position in the podcast, for you accepting me, and but truly truly grateful for my family in this festive period. We had family come down, lived with us, and it was just amazing to have them in the same space, especially because we don't see each other very often. And then, the new additions to the family, who we now know.
I don't think we've ever told him.
Yeah, but there's only 2 people left, so I might as well. So Adil and Mickey. So yes,
rude.
So the Jackson family is expanding. My wife is pregnant.
Sorry.
And we know the gender now. Like apparently, the Y chromosome is not very.
We can't, I'm sorry, we can't replicate the moment.
Okay, true.
So just last it.
Anyway, let's last it. But yes, so I know the little bundle of joy now. We have a name for him, which we'll reveal next year.
Inshallah.
And then, yes, so just grateful for the opportunity. And I think on forward.
Please. I want to say the things, but I still feel like it is your podcast.
Okay.
So tell the people.
So firstly, I would like to add there, grateful to you.
There we go.
First, it wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for you. So for the 4 that's here now, yes.
And the audio listeners.
And the audio listeners, we are grateful for you. Thank you. And if you like this podcast,
me, us, we, they,
please like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Tell your mommy, tell your auntie, we're going to be gone for a little bit, but we'll be back.
Inshallah.
And then you'll see us next time. And we're out. Peace.